Well, that True Falls Film Festival kicked off yesterday to some at least pleasant weather. I think we're going to be improving those temperatures, though, as we get into this afternoon. We're back into the upper 60s, the low 70s for your Friday. You're going to notice a little more in the way of some cloud cover, but we're going to be staying dry. So all in all, a good-looking Friday. Here's the latest look at future tracks. Starting out fairly chilly this morning, but we'll top out again with some of those winds gusting up around 20 to 25 miles per hour, right around 70 degrees as those clouds continue to increase. And here's a look at that mild night ahead as we get into tonight. Temperatures still hanging on to the low 60s by 9 o'clock. So if you're heading out to True Falls, even as we get well into the evening, looking A-OK. We'll only bottom out, in fact, in the mid-50s. So it's going to be a warm night, and that means it's going to be a warm day tomorrow with that warm start as we get into a Saturday afternoon. Staying dry, though, as we go throughout the day. That's likely going to change as this cold front gets a little bit closer to us. And you can see it trying to generate some showers and thunderstorms here by about 8 and 9 o'clock. I think that's when we got to watch in some of our far northwesternmost counties. That's going to work its way off to the east fairly quickly. But as it does so, the closer we get to midnight, I think that's about the edge of this window in terms of any sort of severe thunderstorm activity we could be picking up tomorrow night. So stay with us. Again, still a lot to track. This is the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. In terms of those the severe potential, a little bit higher the further north you go. That's where things look like they're lining up just a little bit better for us here, though, into mid-Missouri. If we do pick up anything that's a little bit on the rowdy side, it's going to be possibly packing those damaging straight-line winds. But there's plenty of questions with this setup. It's really not getting us too terribly excited that we're seeing anything in terms of widespread severe weather. One of the reasons for that is what we call that capping inversion. Typically, you cool off the higher up you get into the atmosphere. Well, that's not always the case, and it doesn't look like it's going to be the case tomorrow as we get into the evening hour. So that slightly warmer layer of air is actually just going to be a lid on the atmosphere. As that front tries to change that, it's going to try to throw things into this, and we just don't think that it's going to throw it into it hard enough to break that cap in a lot of locations. And this is another way of looking at things. Instability tracker kind of gives you a little bit more zip on your fastball if you want to think about it that way. You can throw things a little bit harder into that cap. There's just not a lot of it there to do so with as we get into tomorrow night. So not getting terribly excited about severe chances. That's a good thing as we get into Saturday night. We do have some more widespread activity, though, in store Sunday night into Monday morning. Here's a look at rain tracker again. There's that initial surge Saturday night. Sunday night, though, a little bit more healthier push, a little wider spread. We could be talking about some folks getting up around an inch, inch and a half south of I-70. But as we get into Monday, cooler air's trying to mix in with whatever's left of that rainfall and could be changing over some of those raindrops Monday morning and into the afternoon hours on Monday, into a few snowflakes. I wouldn't expect any impacts out of that at this time, though, as we get into this weekend.